as we delve deeper into the 9 aspects of privacy according to Stoic principles, we'll unravel the profound wisdom embedded within each principle. From the importance of keeping our inner struggles and challenges private to the significance of maintaining discretion in our personal relationships and conflicts, we'll uncover the transformative power of privacy in fostering inner strength, authenticity, and serenity. So, join me as we explore the depths of Stoic philosophy and discover how the principles of privacy can illuminate our path to a life of purpose, virtue, and flourishing. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to show your support for our mission of spreading Stoic wisdom far and wide. Together, let's embark on this odyssey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Welcome to your channel name, where Stoicism meets the soul. 1. Inner struggles and challenges. Developing inner strength and engaging in self-reflection are central to Stoicism. While it may be good to seek advice and support from others at times, the Stoics caution against revealing every inner agony to others without thinking. Stoic philosophy teaches that concealing our inner struggles may help us accomplish many important tasks. First of all, it teaches us to be self-reliant and concentrated when we're up against challenges. We have a better sense of our strengths and identities when we tackle difficult situations ourselves, without the aid of others or other distractions. When we're going through tough times, we often find solace in being alone, away from the scrutiny of others. The Stoics believe that we must be watchful to safeguard our sense of agency from other forces and concepts by maintaining our autonomy and mastery over our own interior experiences. Furthermore, when we confront our challenges alone, we develop a sense of strength and mastery. One benefit of developing our capacity to rely on ourselves and persevere in the face of hardship is a boost to our self-confidence and sense of competence. 2. Acts of kindness and generosity. A fundamental tenet of Stoicism is the practice of kindness toward others without seeking approval or validation from others. This is why private actions of kindness and compassion, according to Stoicism, are more significant and authentic. We choose not to make a public spectacle of our altruistic deeds in keeping with the Stoic principle of humility. More essential than seeking other people's favor is doing good things because you feel they are right, according to the Stoics. Caring deeds done covertly, without seeking praise, demonstrate a person's commitment to moral honesty and authenticity. The value and autonomy of the individuals we are striving to help are preserved by the anonymity of acts of compassion. There is a danger that by publicizing our charitable endeavors, we may inadvertently draw attention to the recipients, which might compromise their right to privacy or autonomy. Prioritizing the well-being and dignity of others above our own desires for acclaim and adulation is a fundamental principle of Stoicism. Confidentiality in acts of kindness is one strategy for developing contentment and serenity inside. The Stoics believed that the best way to find happiness was to live virtuously, rather than to worry about what other people thought. Little acts of kindness go a long way toward establishing an inner peace that needs no one or thing else to provide it. 3. Personal goals and aspirations. In Stoic philosophy, pursuing one's goals and aspirations is seen as a very internally directed and reflective process. While sharing our goals with those closest to us may help keep us motivated, going public with them opens us up to validation seeking and other distractions that might cause us to lose focus. Striking a balance between enjoying the journey and fixating on the eventual result is something the Stoics advocate. By keeping one's goals and dreams private, one may grow as a person without worrying about what other people think of them. Keeping our aspirations and strategies under wraps allows us to maintain our autonomy and sense of purpose while we pursue excellence. We realize that what matters most is not the validation or acclaim we get at the conclusion of our efforts, but rather the process of reaching those goals. 4. Spiritual and philosophical beliefs. The importance of developing one's philosophical and spiritual beliefs via introspection rather than seeking approval or acclaim from others, is emphasized by Stoicism. When one's opinions are revered and kept private, a person's connection to themselves and the universe may thrive. People may explore and develop their beliefs in religion and philosophy without fear of judgment or interference from others. The Stoics believe that the way to enlightenment and inner serenity is to know oneself and one's place in the universe. Confidential thought allows people to explore philosophical and spiritual questions without fear of judgment. Separation also protects the authenticity and veracity of one's spiritual and philosophical beliefs. According to Stoicism, one may achieve enlightenment via introspection and thought rather than by conforming to social norms or chasing after external validation. By maintaining their opinions to themselves, individuals are able to develop a genuine understanding of their spiritual and philosophical beliefs, unencumbered by the pressures of social conformity and the pursuit of acceptance. 5. Emotional vulnerabilities. If you want to learn and reflect, you need to be vulnerable, says Stoicism. Still, the Stoics teach that we should use caution and good judgment before letting everyone in on our deepest secrets. To be careful in our dealings with other people, we must conceal our emotional weaknesses. We should be selective about the individuals we confide in about our innermost feelings, so that we may foster true friendships based on mutual understanding and respect. According to the Stoics, one way to take care of one's mental health without lowering one's guard is to talk openly with trustworthy loved ones. The ability to avoid being used or manipulated is yet another advantage of concealing our emotional weaknesses. The Stoics are cognizant of the fact that individuals may use the frailties of others for their own gain. Being cautious while divulging our deepest, darkest emotions might help us prevent harm and maintain mastery over our emotional journey. 6. Financial status and material wealth. Stoicism teaches us to detach our worth from financial possessions by reminding us that wealth is fleeting and that we shouldn't allow it to determine how happy we are. We shield ourselves from the destructive effects of envy and comparison by keeping quiet about our money woes. Our right to privacy about our financial condition provides a sanctuary from the harmful social cycle of comparison and competitiveness. If we don't brag about our wealth and success, we may be less likely to feel the need to compare ourselves to others and take the inevitable unfair criticism and scrutiny in stride. Stoics think that we should seek fulfillment inside ourselves rather than outside in material possessions or social status. When we don't let on about our financial circumstances, we may focus on cultivating virtues like gratitude, humility, and moderation. The Stoics preach that we shouldn't look for validation or praise from worldly goods, but rather from the simple pleasures of life and from doing morally. If we don't let other people in on our financial dealings, we may be ourselves and stand by our beliefs without fear of judgment. 7. Personal relationships and conflicts. When we need to settle our disputes or maintain harmonious personal connections, Stoicism instructs us to respect other people's privacy. The Stoics advise resolving disputes peacefully, away from the spotlight, so that all parties may maintain their respect and dignity, even when conflicts and strained relationships are unavoidable. When individuals vent their personal grievances or disagreements in front of others, it usually leads to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Stoics believe that airing grievances in public may cause needless strife and undermine trusting relationships. Thus, they advise that people keep their concerns to themselves. If no one knows about these specifics, we may discuss them rationally and peacefully, free from the fear of judgment. Confidentiality may help when communicating and resolving interpersonal conflicts. A Stoic would approach a conflict with empathy and reason, making an effort to understand the other person's perspective. By venting privately and being really honest about what's bothering them, people may learn to empathize and comprehend one another. 8. Past mistakes and regrets. The tenet of Stoicism is that we should grow as individuals by reflecting on and gaining wisdom from our mistakes. When it comes to our mental health and our ability to go ahead, It's not always a good idea to let other people in on our poor habits and failures. Confidentiality on problems of remorse and mistakes of judgment is essential for several reasons. The ability to be self-aware and reflective, free from the judgment of others, is the first benefit of setting aside time to reflect on our shortcomings in solitude. One technique to gain insight into one's actions, goals, and areas for growth is to quietly consider one's mistakes. This inward reflection gives us the strength to make positive changes on our own and fosters a sense of responsibility. Additionally, venting to others about past mistakes and regrets might amplify feelings of humiliation, sorrow, or inadequateness. Negative comments from others about our flaws may make us feel even worse about ourselves and our emotional distress. Therefore, it's important to be cautious when we share them. Maintaining privacy protects our mental and emotional well-being, which in turn helps us to recover from our hurts and move on with grace. 9. Spiritual practices and rituals. Stoicism recognizes the importance of religious observances and rites as means to achieve inner peace, wisdom, and unity with one's own being or with a greater force. The Stoics hold contemplation, prayer, and meditation to be profoundly personal and sacred. Keeping these spiritual practices hidden may be done in a variety of ways that are consistent with Stoic principles. As a first point, it's ideal to keep the depths of one's spiritual practice a secret. By engaging in these practices in solitude, free from the scrutiny of others, individuals may forge a genuine bond with their spiritual convictions or inner selves. Solitude allows for more profound concentration, which is beneficial for partaking in spiritual pursuits. Due to the contemplative nature of these practices, interruptions or diversions from the outer world could make it hard for practitioners to reach a state of inner calm and insight. People create an environment conducive to profound introspection and spiritual growth when they keep these pursuits to themselves. Being alone with one's spiritual pursuits has numerous advantages, one of which is not having to worry about what other people think. The importance of being self-reliant and possessing inherent virtue is emphasized by Stoics, who reject the need of seeking validation from others. Spiritual ceremonies performed in silence may help one become more committed to growing their spiritual connection for its own sake, rather than to win the approval of others. As our exploration of Stoic philosophy draws to a close, I hope you found inspiration and wisdom in our discussion of the 9 aspects of privacy according to Stoic principles. Remember, Stoicism is not merely a philosophy to be understood, but a way of life to be lived. If you resonated with the insights shared in this video, I invite you to join our community of Stoic seekers by subscribing to our channel. Together, we can continue our journey of self-discovery, resilience, and moral integrity. Thank you for tuning in to your channel name. May the timeless wisdom of Stoicism guide you on your path to inner peace, virtue, and fulfillment. Until next time, stay stoic and stay strong.